Facebook. Nope.
Okay, peace and blessings, family. This is Brother Sharif and Patah Shakur on the Hour of Power. We have another special guest this week. He's going to drop some truth bombs on us. We'll do our opening prayer, open universal prayer, and announcements, and we'll get right into this much anticipated interview. In the name of God, the gracious, the merciful, we give him praise and thanks for his blessings to us. We praise him all the time, and we're going to open up uh, with our brother here, Gedo G's. Before we talk with Gedo G's, we're going to let Patah Shakur go on with his announcements.
Grand Risings, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, everybody in between. To do a little bit of housekeeping, if everybody can do a little mic check, make sure that we're coming out live. I think we're all doing well. Welcome. This is the most powerful of all hours. This is the Hour of Power broadcast coming to you live every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the White Rose Community Channel 16 and 18, as well as this is being streamed over Facebook as well. The Hour of Power broadcast is for you. This is a community program. If you got some wonderful programming or ideas to help enhance and better our community, this is the forum for you. We want to hear from our youth. We want to hear the positive stories. We believe that our youth are very, very talented. They are the future, and we want to hear the positive stories being expressed to them in this particular route, whether it be entrepreneurship, whether going off to college and things of that nature. So we definitely want to hear from you. This is a call-in program. The number will be popping up periodically on the bottom of the screen. It's 717-846-5067. Make sure you call in. And if you're interested in getting on the program and actually expressing what's on your mind, reach out to Brother Sharif or myself, Patah Shakur, and we would definitely be excited to get you scheduled in. So I'm going to kick it back to you, Sharif.
All right. Introduce yourself, my brother. Return guest on Hour of Power.
Yeah, return guest, man. We definitely not no stranger to this. But I'm Gedo G's. My name is Brian. I go by Gedo G's in the community. Um, Everybody call me Gedo or G so much that I just use it like a regular name. Um, yeah, community activist. Uh, just regular brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you do a lot in the community, and we we value what you do. Tell us what's going on in your world.
Uh, Man, everything. Um, Man. One thing is this year, you know what, man? Just really, for real, what's going on in my world? Really, just tackling these goals, man. You know, I hear the kids talk about ops, right? And you know, but I'm over 40, right? So the only ops I got is opportunities, right? So and that's really just it, man. Trying to align myself with certain opportunities and just really tackling the goals I have. I feel like the last couple years I've really been just just really locking down and going after a lot of the goals I had. I mean, uh, I I've been tackling them, man. I've been trying to get it in. That's for
Mhm.
sure. I know this year so I started a nonprofit organization a few years back, um, but I haven't really done much with it. And this year, we've really been on the ball, really trying to get that rolling. It's called the Mars Project.
Okay.
We actually, the Mars Project is actually hosting these flea markets that's gonna happen every Sunday starting July 27th, uh, on the corner of State and Wallace, right? The old Danskin location. So the Mars Project, the Mars Project really, we have another initiative inside the Project called the Urban Collaboration Alliance. Uh, and so, Patar's a member. So, you know, really, really this year we just want to really lock in and try to figure out things to drive our community forward. Um, you know, I feel like a lot of people not playing right now. We real serious right now. So we locked in and we focused.
So what's that flea market setup? What is that going to look like? It's just a few vendors or?
All right, so starting off, we want about 24 to 30 for sale vendors. But we want to do it a little different. We also want to make it a space where community organizations can come to connect with the community, share resources, and 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 really just come together to help things. As a like I said with the Urban Collaboration Alliance and the Mars Project. What we want to do is we don't want to be the type of organization who's doing what everybody else is doing or trying to compete with everybody else. So what we doing is we wanna be the ones that help get out the resources, or let's say this organization has a food pantry. How can we as an organization help enhance or get more attention to their food pantry, or whether it's Bible study, whatever it is, like how can, because for real, it's a lot of things happening in our community, good things. Um, but if it don't get to the community, then we just feel like it's nothing going on, right? Or it's nothing for us. And part of that is our fault, and part of that is the fault of people who never really cared to listen to us as a community. And when I say that, I mean to say, sometimes when you on a different plane, you speak a different language technically, right? So that's how I like to say it. So like, if I start talking about, let's say I'm a football manager,
Yes, sir.
and I start talking about plays and franchising and stuff like that, somebody who never played football might feel like, what is he talking about? They can't really, they don't even want to hear it. It sound like a foreign language, right?
Yes, sir.
So so sometimes, and this is what I tell certain organizations when I'm in meetings. Sometimes um, it's not that it's not that we not invited to the table. Sometimes we feel like that table ain't for us, or we feel like uh, or we don't feel invited, even if we invited to certain tables, right? Um, so how can we connect the community to those tables, and how can we connect those tables to our community, right? So that's really what we're working on. That's really what we focusing on. Just being a better connection between organizations, diverse businesses, and other individuals in our community that's here doing the work, or actually trying to help, but may not have a voice or may not have the resources, or how can we uh, how can we help that as an organization? That's what we really trying to foster.
And that's really timely what you were sharing about, and I just put it on the Facebook comments. And if anybody wants to give a call in, like I said, number 717-846-5067, or you can put comments on the Facebook and we'll make sure that we're going to try to announce your comments online. But what you were saying about the flea market opportunities, because I just found out that the York Merchant,
Yeah, they
right there
closing.
on Market Street.
Well, I think they're looking for a new buyer. If they can get a new buyer, then they can stay open. Um, but I think for now they don't have a new buyer. So,
Yeah,
but
the
if they get
turnaround
a,
is real quick. I think it's like by next month. They gotta.
yeah,
You gotta
it's
so
unfortunate.
something could
Yeah.
shoot some shoe
Mhm.
gotta drop real fast. And so if you're a
It's
small
unfortunate.
business, because one thing I know what happened with COVID, that really kind of shook people up a little bit in the realm of when your 9 to 5 was closed down, because of COVID and everything. A lot of people kind of went inwardly and said, man, what do I want to do for me? Like what kind of
Yeah.
so a lot of it really jump started a lot of entrepreneurial individual
That's a
mindsets,
fact.
and then so you know, people are looking for places, and so this is right on time,
Yeah,
bro.
and what we focusing on is being low barrier. I mean, like I don't know what nobody else what people was paying to be there or whatever.
Hmm.
But you got a lot of people say, "Hey, I'm for small businesses," or "I want to help host something for small businesses," but then charge a lot of money. I mean, I'm a small business, right? So if I'm selling T-shirts, how am I be able to afford to pay you $400 or $500 or $100? So we want to do it. We're gonna do it where people just pay $20. You can bring their own tent. Everybody get a 10 by 10 space or 10 by 12 space. $20. You can be there from noon to 8.
Is there any licensing involved?
Yeah. So the thing is, if you just like a yard sale vendor or something like that, if you already got your sales or LLC, then you handle whatever you got to handle. But you could be a yard sale vendor, you could be a flea market vendor, you could be a small business. Most of the licenses and stuff come in if you have like a food truck,
Okay.
because we also gonna
Good
have
question.
food trucks there. We're gonna have multiple food trucks there. We able to house. We got 52,000 square foot lot, and I got to shout out Masters Academy because they actually it's actually their lot, and they actually gave me all the permissions and work with me to be able to utilize the lot while they not, and that was big. I appreciate them for that.
Masters accounting.
Hmm. That's the charter school. Well, it was called Helen Thaxton,
Okay. Hmm.
right on Philly there.
Right. Hmm.
So that's their runoff lot. They have
Oh,
the
okay. I'm trying to see where you at now. Okay, I know it's State Street. You lost me
yeah.
when you said Wallace. Oh, you said all of that used to be Danskin. That's
All that used
between
to be
Market
dancing,
and
yeah.
Philly.
No, no.
Right.
Well, I don't know, but I
Okay.
know that lot, that whole lot. Everybody said that's the old
I
Danskin
got you.
location,
Mhm.
Right before the school.
right before the school. If you coming down Wallace, yeah.
Yeah, it's a church on the corner.
It's a church
there.
right on the corner. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it used to be a steak place on the corner, on the other corner.
Yeah. Now it's a. I think they sell tacos in there now, something like that. Yeah. Pretty cool
And
people.
you
It's a
said the
Mexican family
opening
that
is
got it.
July 27th.
July 27th is the
That's a
kickoff
Sunday.
date. That's on a Sunday. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna
And
do.
what's the hours?
So the hours are from noon to 8. That's gonna be the hours for the whole thing.
And all the vendors are pretty much filled up.
No, so we still looking for vendors. We still need more vendors. We still looking for vendors. We got about I think I got about 8
Mhm.
total
And
so far.
what is the actual flea market called?
So actually, the whole we unofficially calling the property Mars Park. So my organization is Mars, and Mars stand for Music, Arts, Relationship Society. Um, um, and so we're calling it Mars Cultural Park, and yeah, so it's I guess the flea market would be Mars Markets.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And how do they contact you if a vendor wants to get a spot.
Oh yeah, so my email, by email, phone number, Facebook. Of course, I'm Gedo G's on Facebook. My email will be marsprojectpa@gmail.com,
Okay.
and the phone number is 715-0041. Uh, you know, so
I'm gonna make a post on my page. People,
yeah. And more than just vendors, we looking for organizations. We really want this to be a real collaborative thing. We want this to be community enriched. We want this to be opportunity driven. So if it's any business, no matter what your business is, well, if it's any business
That's a good question.
that stand up,
Yeah,
right?
what's the decision factor of what the business is?
We actually looking for businesses to promote their business
Mhm.
using banners so we can put on our fence line. We got about 300 feet going one way of fence line on both sides, and then we got about 150 feet going across the top. So we actually looking for businesses, whether you're a small business or a big business, and you want to promote your business uh, or anything like that. We definitely looking for people to promote their business with banners on our fence line. Like I said, we really want to make this a York City thing. Um, Speaking of York City thing, shout out to Trey and Boo Classic weekend this weekend.
Ooh.
15 years.
Oh, it's coming up.
That's crazy, man. I mean, like, that's something to really be proud of. Another hometown legend, Jackie Bees. Jackie Bees is like a household name in York,
Uh-huh.
and
What they doing?
this year made their 50th year anniversary. Yeah, so that's pretty tight too, man. I mean,
Yeah, Jerry in there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think White Rose just made 100 years, but Jackie Bees just made 50 years. Yeah, so shout out to them, man, for real. That's big.
yes, indeed. So the flea market is on the corner of Wallace and State Street, right?
Yeah, Wallace.
Where's parking?
So we doing parking inside the lot. Our space is so big that we could park about 80 cars inside, still have 6 food trucks, 30 vendors, and have about 400 people in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I know parking is usually an
Yeah,
issue
you can have
in the
you can
city.
have you can have 6 block parties in there, straight up. For about the amount they usually block off for a block party, we could probably have 6 to 7 of them in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the size of it. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I really wanna do some great things there, and I really want some great things to come from that. We try to empower a lot of entrepreneurs with it. We want to empower a lot of organizations with it, and in turn empower our community. So that's the
You
recipe.
said that'd be after July 27th. Every
July
Sunday.
27th, every Sunday.
Mhm.
Yep, we'll be running it.
Okay.
And just to jump in real quick, just remind everybody that's watching right now, and I'm gonna go read some of the. We got Nate Jemison. He jumped on there as far as talking about with the Trey and Boo
Okay,
classic.
Nate, yeah.
Bridget Barnes.
That's Nate's breakfast store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't recognize.
Bridget Barnes, that's Mother Hemp.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Mother Hemp, she already registered to be a vendor. So
Okay,
she's-
shout out to Mother Hemp.
Yeah,
Doing her
yeah.
thing, being an entrepreneur, like I
Does
said.
she do tattoos?
No,
Like-
she does like hemp products. She make like a lot of hemp products, but she also
CBD
help
stuff.
people get their marijuana card, and she bring like education about
Resources.
cannabis and this and that. Actually, this year will be her third cannabis festival in York. She brought the cannabis festival here to York. This would be her third cannabis festival. So
I
shout
think
out to
she was
Bridget
on-
Barnes.
I think she was on the show
Mhm.
here
Joe-
before.
With Jolly.
Briefly.
Joe.
Yeah, with Jolly, yeah.
Mhm.
That's her road dog. So yeah.
But I wanted to kind of say something because, and like I said, this is for the community. We talking about these wonderful flea market opportunities. So if you have a small business located there, State and Wallace Street, the old Danskin building, and like you were talking about as far as the mindset of certain people, I know that when certain events or things, and this is what this program is about as well, is to promote those different type of events, because after the event is over, you tell people, they're like, oh man, I didn't know that was
Right.
taking place. So it's like a lot of us in the community, like you said, are just segmented. We don't have that little involvement mindset. So I just want to speak to that real quick as far as we have to put on for our community, even making sure that we're very intentional about where we put our dollars. We got Amazons or Walmarts. I mean, we already know in the community that our money doesn't really circulate. So this is an opportunity to come and see something that is keeping the dollars in our community. And this is really for anyone who doesn't take advantage of these resources and frequent these events and get involved. Now is the time to get involved. Particularly, there's a lot of, like I said, entrepreneurs. This is how they and we sustain ourselves. And so we got a lot of talent here in
That's a
York,
fact.
a lot of entrepreneurial minds. And so even the youth, we're all youth advocates up on this stage. And so as we start to get involved with our community, then the youth see that we're getting involved with the community, and then they pattern themselves after us, and then we can start to really build up York the way that it's supposed to be.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and a shout out to our brother. You had already mentioned him, Nate Jamison with the breakfast store.
Yeah.
Breakfast store.
Yeah, they in Market.
At
Okay.
Penn Street Market.
They making
I
waves.
know. He's there pretty much daily.
Yeah, and let's talk about that real quick.
Yes, sir.
So, and shout out to all the vendors at Penn Market. It's really unfair what's happening at Penn Market right now. It's really uh, it's really it is a shame. I mean,
Yeah, just say it.
the building could be so much better, so much more. Most of the vendors in Penn Market, and that's why I want to shout them out, because they so dedicated to not just what they do, but to the community, right? Because in the conditions they have to be in there, and I'm talking about, if it's 90 degrees outside, it's 110 inside
yeah.
Penn Market, because they don't have no ventilation. They don't have no proper ventilation at all. They don't have no AC. And you got people in there cooking, working, moving around. I mean, those vendors are dedicated. I mean, you gotta imagine on those days when it's that hot, I'm sure they don't see a lot of traffic, but they still there, man, sweating to death. I mean, it's past out hot. And they still there, dedicated, still pushing out good products, good food. Um, I take my hat off to them, man. Shout out to all the vendors in Penn Market. Yeah, for real.
We had a guest, our wonderful sister, Marissa Shockley,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, and she had mentioned the same thing.
Yeah,
She
she.
said a lot of her product, I don't know if she said goes to waste, but
I'm
of
pretty
course
sure because she sell candy and
she
stuff
has,
like that, and it's so hot in there.
yeah, chocolate
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And so she
Yeah,
said,
I mean, for real, it's a shame. It's a shame what's going on there, man. I mean, I remember 4 or 5 years ago, I was in a lot of the meetings to help fight to keep the market a market. Um, they was able to keep the market, but the market has been like on a hold, man. It's been kidnapped, and
What's going on?
well, I mean, well, to see that's the
I think
thing, right?
we had who runs that?
So the RDA basically is an entity inside the city. That's redevelopment.
RDA.
Yeah.
That's a group.
So yeah, the Redevelopment Association,
Okay.
right? So Redevelopment Association, it is an entity under the city, except they own type of thing, right? But
Okay.
I never understood. I won't understand, and I don't know why that they own the market. They don't own Central Market. So why do they own Penn Market, and won't they let it go?
Okay.
Right. So it's not that people haven't. I had a buyer that was interested in it. I think they was either selling it for 80,000 or something like that, and but they didn't want to sell it when it was time, when when people inquire about it. Why do they want to hold on to this market? All right. So it's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of plans and developments that certain organizations have been working on uh, as it relates to that whole Penn Street strip. So the new housing that they just built, the new they tore down all the projects.
Talking about on College Avenue?
Yeah, College and Penn. They
Okay.
tore down all the projects, built
Yeah.
all these new ones.
Mm-hmm.
If
Okay,
y'all
that's like-
remember when they tore them down, though, they said they tore them down. They had to tear them down because the ground was sinking, right? I guess into the creek or something. The ground was sinking,
Yeah, I remember that.
and then they built these new ones. But it's a few different organizations. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I've been to some of the meetings throughout the last 6 7 years that had a lot of housing plans and gentrification plans for Penn Street. I'm not sure. And even the market, they wanted to turn the market into a whole food store and then use the back half to rent out to the health department.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so
Make it like a clinic.
well, and we fought for that, and or we voiced,
Mm-hmm.
and it was able to stay a market. Man, it's a lot going on with that.
So money is available for the renovations, right?
Well, this the thing. So one reason why they don't want to give it up, right,
Brittany, that's who.
is because this is what I believe. One reason, I don't know all the reasons, but I know it's like $1.5 million grant to fix the market, but you gotta match it. So it's like a match grant. So is a 1.5 million, something like that. All right, it's about $1.5 million grant to fix the market,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody have to come in to match that money,
Somebody meaning vendors or entrepreneur
or
somebody.
investor or
Investor.
whoever, right?
Okay. Okay.
And just like a lot of stuff around here,
Hmm.
groups like the RDA in York, they hold select properties until, if you ask me, until they figure who they want or how they want to see it. It don't have nothing to do with the community, and that's
There's
just
no
my.
board or anything that is.
Yeah, it's a board. It's a
Okay.
board. It's a board for the RDA. The RDA is a board, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the Penn Market, but the RDA because the RDA.
Yeah, the
owns
RDA is a
Penn
board.
Market. Gotcha.
So, and they are the board. Basically, I think a couple of them are the board for, or on the board for the Penn Market.
Understood. Gotcha.
Yeah, but they run the Penn Market. So any property around here, let's say a property go vacant or property is abandoned or whatever, it becomes a property of the RDA.
What's the full name of that? I want to do some research.
Redevelopment Authority.
I wonder what their mission statement is regarding that.
Yeah, Redevelopment Authority. That's the RDA. I see my man Gordy on there. Gordy, what's good?
Our,
Shout
our,
out
bro-
PG.
our brother, Nate Jameson said they waiting for it to burn down and collect insurance money at this point.
It's getting harder too.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell what they waiting on. I
Would
know.
They want someone to pass
like I
out
said,
in there?
Well, the thing is, like I said, it's been.
Yeah, it says renovating properties.
You got.
Yeah.
Listen to this, right?
What you're supposed to do.
You got somebody that marched in and said, "Hey, this is the WECO district." You know what the WECO is?
Yes, sir.
All right. So a lot of the people in the community don't know what the heck WECO is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it just means west of the Cadores or something like that, west end of the Cadores or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they made that into a district, so that's a business district. So that's basic. So that district is basically the Waco district, and and so from there, then you got that whole Penn Street that goes all the way down to the projects, where the projects was at, where the new house is at. Man, all that stuff been in like big plans and big meetings for development and to under fair housing, stuff like that. So we know what fair housing look like. So you know what I mean?
So who, to your knowledge, who funds or backs the Central Market on Philadelphia?
So
You're there.
I'm not
It's the
sure.
city. I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
Well, it's different uh, treatment there.
Well, the thing is, and you know, y'all know me. So the thing is, there's a lot we dealing with in this community, man. You know, and then, and when people really ready to deal with it, that's when things just start changing and things get different. You know, it's crazy because this is what I say about this. And you know, man, it's crazy. So, uh, and I tried. I told myself I was gonna come on here.
Nah, bro, this is the pro.
You know,
We need to start getting more indignant.
but
bro.
but
You know what I mean?
and I'm usually am, but you know, but this the thing for me, right? Um, let's put it like this: Master P and Snoop Dogg, in court, right? They going back and forth to court for the last year or so about they have a cereal called Snoopy's. Snoop Dogg and Master P have a joint venture, and it's a cereal called Snoopy's.
Okay.
They are suing Walmart and they are suing General Mills, I believe, because in Walmart stores and certain stores, they put the Snoopy cereal behind all the other cereals, meaning they promote the other. Now Walmart, Master P and them paying the same money as anybody else to have their brand there, right? Um, so basically, in Walmart, they're a resident just like anybody else, right? However, these residents are promoted more because they in the front.
Right.
So Master P and Snoop Dogg are trying to sue these two, Walmart and General Mills, for unfair treatment. And for unfair, you know, because they not promoting them the same. So they saying that's discrimination.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because what difference do it make if I own the cereal or you own the cereal? If we both paying for the space in the market, I should be here, you should be here, right?
Facts.
All right. Now, that's how I feel about York, Pennsylvania. We got Baltimore, who have 4 of the richest black counties in the United States. Baltimore, Maryland, has 4 of the richest black counties in the United States, right? Then we go over to Philly, and they have rich black counties in Philly. Maybe not the richest, but they rich,
Yes, sir.
right? So right here in York, Pennsylvania, if we go an hour and a half this way and we go an hour and a half that way, we are in the middle of some of the richest black investors in the United States.
Yes, sir.
But we're not being promoted. We're not being promoted.
Yes, sir.
So what's happening is if you Google downtown York, York, PA, York City, all of that, right? It's not going to look like if I was a rich black investor or a rich Spanish investor, right? Or somebody who looking to invest in more urban type communities.
Right.
If you look online, the way certain things is promoted here and certain organizations that's put in the forefront to be the promoting tables here, we don't exist.
Yeah.
And so
I agree.
and so why would a black millionaire or Spanish millionaire from DC want to invest in something and all he see is what look like colonial or pilgrims?
Yeah, that's the brand or
Right?
the vibe that is being
Yeah.
promoted.
So the thing is, but the thing is, that's what's being promoted, but 78% of us ain't pilgrims. So the thing is, where's our promotion at? Right? So we wonder why we don't have certain things, right? It's not because I believe it's mainly because we're not promoted. This community is not promoted as a black and brown community to get black and brown investors. That's what's happening.
Wow.
That's what's happening. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another project that you've been pretty active on, or along with myself, is the vape stores. Can you give us an update on that? Let's explain our activism.
Yeah. Well.
Mr. Kirkland too.
Yeah.
Our great elder.
Definitely. Yeah. It's been a fight, man. I think it probably was like 3 years ago when I came to you and Brother Jeff and kind of was like expressing my concerns on the paraphernalia and the amount of paraphernalia and the enhanced targeting of minors that they do there. And for
First
like
store
three
was what, the
Smoke and Chill, yep. And
corner of Princess.
we did a standout out there once.
Yeah.
I did one. We did one. I think y'all went back and did another one.
Mm-hmm.
And just reaching out to different organizations, government agencies. I mean, I think we all kind of been blowing whistles on that and kind of making awareness about it. And to me, that's another thing too. I feel like now the city is taking it serious. But at one time, I don't feel like I feel like we was our outcries wasn't heard. But it seemed like now it's heard. I heard that the city are trying to work on
some
a
legislation.
new legislation as far as the vape shops are concerned. So, and I can't really say too much because I don't really know until they, but yeah, they say they working on it. And man, we with the nonprofit, we actually about to start doing these round table talks where we kind of just bring people together on different sides of town and have talks about not just vaping, but our community in general, and not really what's hurting us, what's helping us, right? So we can help induce that, right? But I will say that a lot of parents I talk to that allow their kids to vape honestly thought that the vape was so much safer. Even kids that I talk to and adults that vape themselves, they actually thought the vape was so much healthier or so much less riskier than the cigarette, and is actually 10 times worse than the cigarette in a lot of different ways. So we got kids now getting stuff called popcorn lung. It causes a lot of mental disabilities with underage vaping. And I say all the time, if you ever seen somebody who lost a vape and can't find it, you realize that vape ain't no less addictive than crack. Straight up. Now, an adult and any adult that's watching this, if you lost your vape, you know how that feel when you lost your mind. I know you did. imagine somebody 14, 15 years old, you know,
They're trying to focus on their schoolwork and homework
that's
or
out.
whatever.
No,
We worried about
these
the school
stores are
system.
making sure they take something called garage crack to school. That's what they doing. They are praying, praying, praying on our kids. That's what they doing.
Garage crack.
Yeah, they even got
What's that?
so it's a variety of things. And I don't wanna say too much because we might got some kids on here that might say, oh, I learned something new, right? But they sell certain
Okay.
stuff, right?
But they're not. If they're underage, you're not supposed to have it. Anyway.
Well, they see, and that's the thing about these vape shops, because some of these vape shops, they not just selling underage vapes to the kids, right? But they selling more vape than anything. So that's why our target was the vape. But it's so much other stuff behind that vape. You know, they got a jewelry cleaner that people sniff, and they call it 8 Ball.
Mm.
A jewelry cleaner named 8 Ball.
You can get it at a vape store.
Come on, man.
What?
So yeah.
The Delta 8,
Wait,
So-
Delta 9.
so- Anything, and especially Smoke and Chill in the brands under Smoke and Chill. Anything you need for drugs, whether it's bagging it, whether it's cutting it, whether it's whatever it is, whatever you need for any kind of drug you can think of, right? You can go to Smoke and Chill and get the ingredients or the cut and agents, and yeah, you can go to the packaging. They got all types of packaging. I mean, man, when they first opened, it was so crazy, right? Because when they first opened, man, they must have had a 20-foot counter, 25-foot counter. And the whole counter was lit up real bright. It was a showcase. I mean, the prettiest, biggest showcase you ever seen. A library don't have a showcase that big. And it was all paraphernalia in there, man. I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? And,
And it's and that one called, you said called Garage what?
well, they
Garage
call it
crack.
garage crack. So it's like you go there and you get little things to make your own little drugs to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or use that to cut other drugs. But it's vicious, man. It's vicious. It's vicious out here, man. It's vicious out here, you know?
Yeah, it seems like it's replacing the crack cocaine from the 80s. Now, this new age, this is what's getting people high. And it ain't just the young people. I see
Mhm.
one store downtown there. I'm going to put them on blast because I got it from a good resource.
And all of this stuff we talking about right now is what the Urban Collaboration Alliance is about, because the thing is we want to do, and we want to help perpetuate what's better, what's good in the community,
Right.
or and try to make that better. But we also want to talk about or help fight what's hurting us as a community.
Yes, sir.
And one thing that's really hurting us in York is called quiet injustices. Not the loud stuff, not the stuff everybody ranting, but the quiet injustices, like it's a number of things, like the vaping the underage, selling vape to underage youth, right? And see, and not for nothing, but a lot of people say, oh man, this and that, and we was young and this and that, and I agree. We was young at one time, but this is my comparison. We can vape in these vape products. This Hubba Bubba Double Grape Raspberry, right? I mean, you can hear the names of the vape say who they advertising to.
Yes, sir.
Right. I'm not buying no Hubba Bubba Double Raspberry. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you just take stuff like these vape shops, um, and what they doing. Um, and not just that, man. You know, the location of these vape shops
Right.
always bothered me.
That's the big thing.
And not because a large part is because how close they are to certain schools
Right.
or certain zones. But if you look at most of these vape shops, they are people that's not from this community, but they just so happen to get the absolute best property to sell drug paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait,
What's the coincidence?
how is this just yeah? So if you lived in a city and Fifth and Main was the was the it was the crack spot for years, for decades, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it closed down, you know, people not out no more, but the neighborhood still riddled and you know,
Right.
and here come a paraphernalia shop out of nowhere on Fifth and Main. Like how would they know that Fifth and Main is where I need to be at to sell these products, right? So that always bothered me. And then the crispy, crunchy chicken, that just man, that did it for me, man. That had me tight.
I
ain't
remember
gonna
being
lie.
Baltimore seeing the hip hop chicken.
Hip hop chicken and fish, yeah. But
I
to
thought
sell
it was-
all this paraphernalia
Right.
to be a 80% paraphernalia shop. I mean, you basically an underground drugstore, right? And other than that, you got crispy, crunchy chicken, man. Come on, man. I mean, y'all don't feel like they planted our face with that?
It's just like that
That's
movie
crazy,
called
man.
They clone Tyrone. You know what I mean?
That's
Make
crazy,
sure
man.
they promote something. But let me double back to this. You were saying that they have jewelry cleaning. And I understand the idea that you're saying this would be children, but there's also parents that's listening right now. Parents, you may have to go through your child's room every now and then. You might need to do a little redecorating, moving stuff around.
They
You
selling
might
it in
find
the
some
schools.
stuff.
They go to the shop before they go to school. They go to the shop before they go to school. They get the stuff, and they go to school, and some of them sell them to their friends.
Our brother, Mr. Harrison said, so if a person gets pulled over and gets caught with paraphernalia, they can catch a charge.
No.
But
Let
let me finish. But
right.
stores, etc., can sell it, and it's legal, but the buyer can't get caught with it.
No, so you can get caught with it. It's actually legal. So it's legal to have it.
And this is nicotine vape
No.
stuff.
Well,
What we talking about?
Whatever it is. So the vape is legal to buy.
Right.
The jewelry cleaner is legal to buy.
Yes, sir.
The whippets are legal to buy. The huffing cans they got in there, all that's legal to buy. The gas mask, all the stuff in there is actually legal to buy and sell. It's not until you actually mix it or break it down and do something else that is actually illegal. So yeah,
It's an evil operation either way.
definitely.
You look
And
at
then you
it.
said they taking it into the schools and disseminating it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
This is I apologize. This is mind blowing, man. I had no idea.
Yeah, well,
that
we
this
used to
is
take
taking-
candy to school,
True indeed.
but they taking a different type of candy. They on a different type of candy and smoking chill, making sure.
We talking about
That's how I
having
feel
billboards with school grades and all this
Yeah.
and all that. How can you focus on? How can you receive anything in your young mind when you got these type of products that's just throwing off your whole chemistry?
Mm-hmm. It is.
We gotta get
And
thank you for
that's the
bringing that
thing,
up.
like it's the mental depression is going home with these vapes. The anxiety is coming home with these vapes. The uncontrollable rages and manic attacks is coming home with these vapes. And so the thing is a lot of people and a lot of parents saying, hey, that don't have nothing to do with me or my kids, they don't vape. But it's some real mental health issues coming behind these vapes, and we're gonna have to deal with it one way or the other. Trust me.
Even for like bullying, I mean, yeah, your child may not do it, but they're in the classroom with somebody that's getting high and getting turned up. You know, it's gonna distract your child from learning what they need to learn, and maybe even they, you already know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of addictive products in there, and like you said, it's
We don't know what's in these vapes. These vapes not FDA approved. They not USDA approved. I stopped. You know what? Uh, I dabbled with the vapes about 7, 8 years ago, and actually I was in California uh, about 6, 7 years ago, and in California, as long as you're a resident, you can actually get a wholesale license. Cost you 2,500 to get a wholesale license uh, to be able to broker deals with the distributor. So basically, you could make wax or juice or any of that or vape and sell in the distributor. I mean in the distro.
Okay.
But all you gotta do is be a California resident, have a light. They don't come see your kitchen. They don't care about what condition the pots is in that you're cooking with. They don't even care about the cooking process. As long as that vape juice is good.
It's diabolical, bro.
And so the thing is, when I went out there, I met somebody who was actually doing the vape. If you know enough about California, then you know that here we have people who get high for coke and crack, but in California, most of those people get high for what they call black tar, which is a heroin, and they get high off of crystal meth, right? And so this whole vape, like making the vape juice,
Mm-hmm.
it almost come from like a crystal meth process, right?
So it's like a gateway type of thing.
No, so it's almost like the way it's cooked, the way
Okay.
it's made.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, some of those steps seem like maybe they cooking crystal meth or something, right?
I got you.
So it's like you got to have a lab, man. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So the thing is, but nobody comes to inspect your lab. Nobody comes to, and so growing up in the '80s and the '90s, I learned that let's say, and like I said, this crystal meth stuff in California, it make our crackheads look like they on vacation, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it's zombies for real. Zombies. I mean, you gotta see it. I seen somebody who whole bottom of their mouth was like this, man. You know what I mean? Just like the whole
Jutting
jaw.
out.
Yeah, the whole jaw with the teeth and all that. Just they so yeah, man. I'm telling you, that's crystal meth. It turned people into zombies for real. I mean, it looked crazy. But this the thing. The guy who was making the juice that I seen or I met, you could tell he was on that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to thinking, like, I knew people who did drugs back in the day. And so I'm thinking, what if this guy making some juice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he got an order to fill
Yes.
to get paid. And he run out of one product. What he gonna do?
He gonna skate. He gonna do some.
He gonna flam, ain't he?
That's the way to say it. I was gonna say.
He gonna throw something in that Jimmy Johnson, ain't he? And make it
Right. Just
right.
to cut it just to.
What does he
fill
put?
it.
Right, there you go.
Whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever
And
you find
that
laying
day
around,
forward,
around.
you couldn't get me to touch a vape, man. I don't want no vape.
That's a public health emergency.
It's a crisis, man. It's a crisis.
Always in a black and brown community, and always 2 to 3.
But I'm
blocks,
ready,
if
man.
less.
I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to start selling some food again. All of that.
Yeah, tell me about that. I love that. Love the fish. I always stop.
Oh yeah, we was on Philadelphia Street
Yeah, let me know
at the
what you
yellow food truck, Smash Box.
Mm-hmm.
It was a shady deal though, for real. I mean, for real, I didn't go on record talking about it because I didn't want to be the type that do business with somebody and then soon as business don't work out the way I think it should or whatever. Now I'm on Facebook like, oh, man.
I feel
You know what I mean? And then, sometimes that deter people from wanting to do business.
Well,
with
I had a question, Bobby. You can answer my
Oh,
question.
yeah. So the thing is, I was there. we did great there. We turned that whole place around, basically, that food trailer. It had a bad rep.
So you basically just lease out that food
So I
truck?
was leasing it. I was paying $2,200 a month for the food truck, and we did really well. We came in what was called the slow season. So we started in September and went to about December.
True.
We was gonna open back up in April, and right before we opened up, the owner decided that well, I don't know what he decided. It was a couple things. One thing he hinted at was um, that he'd be losing money for the 3 months that I'm closed every year, and he didn't like that. Even though we paying $2,200 a month for a food trailer, man, so that's a lot of money. And then he also decided that instead of paying the 2,200, he thought I could pay the 3,000 a month. And so that was
That's the one on Broad.
yeah. So he wanted to squeeze a little more out of me, that it was already way too much. Anyway,
Is that man affiliated with that location?
he
then?
owned that beer distributor.
Okay, thank you for
Yeah,
the education.
he owned the beer distributor. He also owned that PA Collective. He in business with Sean and them over there at the little bar that just opened up next door on the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it was a good opportunity. Uh, so yeah, but at this point, it's almost like you're trying to extort me, right? So I just decided to get out of it, really, and I'm not even mad because and the thing is, also I was at Alley's. It's a new bar just opened down on Duke Street.
Duke.
Yeah, I was there
Where's
for like,
that? Duke and what? Like King, not in the city.
yeah, in the city on Duke.
Oh, by Salvation
Duke
Army?
and King, yeah.
I
yeah,
got you.
Yeah, it used to be Allison's.
Got you.
It used to be
Okay.
Allison's. Then it was Cantina.
It's a bar.
Cantina. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Said
I
it's a
stayed.
bar now.
Yeah, it's a bar now. I stayed there for like 7 weeks, and simple and plain, he just ain't want black people there, and that's not even no exaggeration. He do everything he can to keep them out of there. He do everything he can not to attract them.
Does it have like country music?
Yeah. He try to focus on mostly
In the
country.
city.
Yeah, and the thing is, I really uh I I'ma just say I was there at about 3 weeks. I said, I went to talk to him and said, hey man, you're not really bringing in a crowd, but for the type of vibe you have in the atmosphere, I wouldn't really feel right promoting to my followers to come here. But if we can make this a little more inclusive, maybe some R&B music, maybe a R&B Sunday, even a jazz, and he just stuck to his guns and just kept saying he don't want that type of crowd. It don't matter what I said. Uh, and the thing is, I don't mind selling to all purple people, right? But the country crowd that he had coming, it was a small crowd coming on like Friday or Saturday. I can't even remember, but they bought beer and Jaeger bombs. They didn't buy food. So it did me no good being there. So, I went in and he gave me a lovely price to rent the whole kitchen. I mean, it was beautiful price, man. I mean, it was really a lot of room to grow there, but I just don't feel like I could have. I wasn't gonna grow with him because he didn't even want the community in there really.
So it's already functioning.
Yeah, it's open. They doing their country thing all the time. I mean, it is what it is. I wish him all the best of luck, but I mean, the dude really didn't want us in there. So
I just want to jump in. Anybody who's watching this on White Rose Channel 16 and 18, we're actually going to be concluding right at 9 o'clock. But if you're actually watching us on Facebook, we are having exclusive access. We can go for a little while longer. This is the Hour of Power broadcast. Like you said, if these quiet injustices are affecting you in the community, this is an opportunity to come on the Hour of Power broadcast and actually share what's going on, because the more that we are becoming aware of these injustices and being aware of the talent that exists in our community, then we can kind of solidify this community involvement, because it's us that have to do it on the ground level. We see different things taking place in our community, and if we're unsatisfied with those particular aspects, remember this: for the people, we the people, everything's for the people. We seem to forget about that. However,